Apparently, with inflation, it's now called infla-dating.
Infla-dating.
Oh my God. Come on.
Okay, I think I've got an idea about what that's about. I think I can
Cheap
guess.
dates.
Cheap dates, yeah.
Cheap dates.
I don't think so. It's cheap dates.
Oh, it's not. Okay, how about we
Okay,
just let
fine.
Mus
So
define?
apparently this
Discounted
new
dates.
term, which just came about this year, was coined by a dating app called Plenty of Fish.
Plenty of
Just
Fish.
the name of the app itself.
Okay, that
Okay,
explains
yeah,
everything.
yeah.
Okay, which means that going on less expensive dates. Okay, in the age of inflation, due to the rising cost of living from food and drinks to gas, clothes, and every other day expenses. So technically,
Okay.
going for a less expensive, less grandeur kind of dates. Yeah.
So it's not. You're not saying that we're being cheapskates these days. So
No,
that's
no,
not what
no.
you're saying. You're
No,
saying
no,
just
no,
going
no.
for cheaper, more frugal dates, more affordable,
More affordable dates.
Yeah.
So maybe like a dinner for two at the Ramly Burger store.
Or maybe dinner for two at the Mamak.
It's a bit too cheap already.
Okay.
No, but I think if you're going on if you're in a relationship, it's a lot easier to, I wouldn't say downgrade, but I would say go on this infla-dating mode because,
Also very true.
Yeah, because, you know each other. There's no need to impress. Well,
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
why. That's
exactly,
why I asked.
right?
That's why I asked the question. Are you referring to when you've just asked a girl out and you're gonna like go on a first date? So you wanna impress her. So you probably like take her to some fancy, I don't know, restaurant, and then you have these
Damn.
people strumming their guitar and singing to her, and you trying damn hard to impress her. And is that what you mean, or are you
I
talking
think-
about a couple that's been going out for a while?
I think if it's coming from a dating app, it probably is a new relationship.
Maybe it's a
right?
new relationship,
It's definitely
lah.
a new relationship in this case.
because
right?
if you're in it together for a while already, if
It's
when
easier lah.
inflation comes and all, I'm sure you guys would have some discussion about how to,
that's true.
yeah,
That's true.
how to
Yeah.
manage your finances better, and
Yeah, I want to ask the question, is it important to impress in that way? I mean, when you out on a first date and you set the tone from the word go, where you are whining and dining and setting the bar so high. So for me, I'm quite wary of that because I wonder then whether you can actually maintain and keep it up,
Yeah.
right? I would rather you set a more realistic tone.
Because if you pull all stops on the first date, giving flowers
Yeah.
and having a bunch of people serenade you and all
Yeah.
that, and how are you going to do that for the next
It's
few
not
hundred
sustainable.
dates?
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, that's
is
what I'm
it?
asking.
I mean,
Can you
unless
sustain?
you're dating Donald Trump, then it's a different story. But
Yeah.
Since you guys are going to go on a date, on this mid-level date, which I think it's quite affordable.
Yeah.
It's not that
Yeah.
frugal.
infla-date.
Infla-date. Okay.
Meet and flooded.
Okay. So I want to know, would you split the bill?
Oh my
I'm
God.
sorry.
Okay.
I kind of think that's a great question.
It is a great question, honestly. Actually, it's a question that it's the first thing on my mind because it kind of makes things awkward
I
because
know, I
you don't
know.
know, you don't quite know whether you want to split it, or if you split it, are you too calculative?
Correct.
Or are you like, you suddenly you want to split right in the middle?
I think calculative is when you owe the person 90, let's say 90 ringgit 79 cent, and you bank in 79
but don't
cent.
you think?
but you know what I'm saying or not? It's like, how do you even broach the subject? So I think for the
It's a
first
fine
date,
line, I think.
I'm old-fashioned this way. Maybe that's why I'm still single. But I'm oldfashioned.
Okay,
I would
word
like
out.
the guy
To pay.
to pick the tab
pick
on
the
the
bill,
first date.
yeah.
After that, when I'm comfortable, then I would definitely want to pick the tab myself because we can't be mooching off the poor fella lah.
Yeah, fair.
I think
You know what
this
I'm
one's a
saying?
tough one because when it comes from the girl, because like if the girl is the one thinking about, should I be splitting? Should I wait for him?
No, but-
I think we have a lot of questions.
No, but I think it also depends, right? Who asked who out?
I was about to say that.
Who
yes.
but it's
Who
normally the
asked
guy
who?
that asks
So
the
if-
girl.
It depends.
If
Sometimes
so,
if the girl asks the guy,
If
then
the girl
has
asks
to
the
pay
guy,
lah.
then the girl pay lah.
Yeah.
Shit, really?
Yeah, damn it lah.
Okay,
I know
no,
that's what it said.
Seriously?
No, yeah,
usually if I invite you for dinner,
Then you bloody
I
pay lah.
pay for dinner.
Okay.
you know?
The reason why I brought this up was because I was on a date recently. Okay,
Okay.
it was a first date, and I
he pay?
remember. Okay, he was the one that asked me out. Okay. And the reason why I actually did get into a quandary because when the bill came, I wanted to be gracious and, offer to pay half because I thought, I don't want the guy to think I'm taking advantage of him. That's always at the back of my mind,
it's
right?
always there.
Always the back of your mind because you don't want a guy to have like a bad impression of you. But then the guy was very
Adamant.
And he says to me, if a guy is going out with a girl, regardless of how many times he goes out, he has to make sure he has the dosh to pay for her.
I hope he has a brother who's single.
But I mean that defeats the purpose of infla-dating,
Yeah, that does. But he did say that perhaps after a few dates, then we can maybe even include a mamak in the equation.
But he still pays.
Yes. So what he's trying to say is this, that he is okay with paying for the lady because he thinks that a man should be paying for the lady. However, maybe we can alternate, the nice cafes with occasional mamak
But
and a rummy
I
burger.
just think, right, that if you're comfortable, I think first date, guys, please lah, open your wallets, pay for the damn thing.
Have you ever paid on your first date? Like, paid
I
for the
think
guy?
once or twice I did.
Can I
did,
say
and that
something?
kind of put
Yeah.
me off, by the way.
Don't get me wrong, I will pay.
Okay.
But I would like it if the girl offers to pay.
You see? That's what that is.
Yes.
Just offer,
Yeah,
and I'm
yeah,
like,
just
it's
offer.
okay.
Yeah.
It's on me. I just want to say.
Then suddenly, it has happened and they say,
there's-
thank you. Like,
if
what
there's an
the-
expectation
Yeah.
of like the girl
Yeah.
is like, listen, like she doesn't say anything, then she order anything she wants. I'm like, okay, this is not gonna go well.
Yeah, it's a quandary there, I think. Because
Yeah.
sometimes when we go on dates, right? Firstly, say lah, you're asked to go on this date. And you go to this nice, expensive restaurant, right? Then you go and look at the menu, right? And you're like, oh, who's going to pay for this now? I think I should get the
Cheaper
not so,
one.
Yeah,
Yes,
the
that's
cheaper
what I did.
alternative.
That's what I
right?
did.
Because
Yeah.
I don't want to get the lobster. I guess I can go for the fish, the chicken lah, because chicken is always the cheapest
I
alternative.
think if you have, if you're quite respectful of your company,
Yeah.
and then also you,
It's a very, very.
See,
I think, but that's mature thinking, though.
yeah,
because
that's mature
it is,
thinking
it
because
is,
the
don't get me
temptation
wrong.
to go for the lobster, right,
Yeah.
is there.
Yeah, of course.
right.
Yeah.
But because you know that somebody else, or maybe you're worried that it might be 50-50 at the end of the day.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you just go for the chicken or the
Yeah.
Yeah.
the dory fish
Something
or
nice.
something
Yeah.
that's affordable.
I
Infla-